Hey guys, welcome back to South of the River. We have, I'm waiting for my coffee to get warm. Little change of plan. I was going to put a propane fired little heater out in the cabin. I purchased a ventless heater, and I bought that. Everything I needed, got home, and I was basically like, did some research, and I don't think it's a good idea to have a ventless heater in such a small space. I'm going to consider it a confined space. It's 12 by 16, and in the wintertime, if you have everything closed up, I think there's a potential to have carbon monoxide in there. So I took that back, and they did have a couple heaters there prior to me returning the propane heater that I purchased, and they had two of them there. They were expensive. They were about $600, and the ventless was $200. That's why I got the ventless. So I took that back in anticipation of maybe purchasing that other one, and the one that was basically $600, it was vented, so you had to run the flue out of the wall and all that stuff. And that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to spend that money though. But I went there to look at them again. So I returned the ventless heater, and everything else is gone. So I think right now is just the time. We're coming up on winter pretty soon. It's almost November. So everyone's purchasing heaters, this and that, for workshops, garages, whatever. And everything's gone. So I did not get one. Right there, it's all cast iron, nothing fancy, just a door, no window in it. You could throw up to 22-inch logs in here, which is nice because all my logs, they're not 16. A lot of them are 20s and 22s. So that's a stove we're going to put into the cabin. So I'm kind of excited about it. I think it'll be nice. It'll be cool. It'll take a little bit to warm up, but such as a small space, I don't think it'll be too bad. So that's the stove right there. I do have stovepipe. I have thimbles for the wall. I do have a double insulated pipe right there, 24-inch, and I also have an adapter that goes from the double insulated to the black stovepipe, and that's just for everything inside. I didn't get anything for going outside. But what we can do is get this installed on the inside, since we're waiting for the wood to dry in there, the moisture anyway, to get drawn out with the dehumidifier. I'm going to go ahead and do something. So I got all this stuff. I did pick up some hardy backer board for just one piece for the floor, and some patio blocks. I'm going the cheapest way I can. Instead of putting tile down, buying grout, buying thin set, all that stuff, I'm just going to put the hardy backer board on the bottom of the floor. They're 3x5s, and we're going to put patio blocks down for the stove to sit on it, and just going to construction and adhesive those down. And then I'm going to put 2 sheets of hardy backer on the walls, one on each side. You have to have 14 inches of clearance between the stove and anything combustible. So we're going to be out 14 inches, but I'm going to go ahead and put the hardy backer, 2 sheets. It's going to sit kitty corner, and so I'm going to have 2 sheets, 3x5, on each wall going into the corner, and then we're going to put just green metal steel on that for heat deflector. So we could do that. We'll have a quick video. This might be a 2-part because I don't have everything for the outside. So let's go ahead and install stove. All right, guys, we're out here. Let me show you what we got going on so far. I got a piece of hardy backer, 3x5. That's what they come, 3x. I'm sure you could get bigger, but these are 3x5. So I got the one on the floor down. I don't have it installed yet, but that's where the stove's going to go. Stovepipe's going to come up here, and then I got to take some of these boards out of the wall and do some framing around there so I can run my pipe out the wall. But this is basically the floor right here. This is a 3x5, and pretty simple. Going in the corner, just find center and cut 245s coming out and slide her right in there. So that's where the stove's going to sit. We'll go ahead and get this screwed down, and this is going to be covered in patio block, and then I'll trim it out when I do the floor with some timbers or some wood that goes around this. And so yeah, we'll get this screwed down, and do the walls. So here we go. All right, so that's it on this hardy backer. There's actually a spot. You see these? They're like little indentions here, and that's every 6 inches. So every 6 inches you get a screw. I didn't have to do that, but I decided to do it. It's more for like if you're walking on it, I guess, and all that stuff, so it doesn't pop up. But I constructed and adhesive it down and put a screw on every 6 inch spot. So that should be good to go. So we'll go ahead and check the walls, because when I put the steel up there, I don't want to have to, oh sorry about that, I don't want to have to cut it. So it's actually going to wrap around that corner where my timber is at, so I might have to trim these sheets down just a little bit. All right, also real quick before I go ahead and get started on the walls, is I have an outlet wired in over here on this corner, and since I'm going with the wood burner, this is where I want to put the wood burner. So I'm going to do away with this outlet. So what I have to do is I'm going to cut these wires here that I have for the outlet, and I'm going to take the hot and the neutral. I'm going to skin those. I'm going to wire them together, and then I know I have them coming from over there, but I have 2 runs coming out of that box over there. I have my feed, and then I have the feed that comes over to this one. So I'm pretty sure I know which one it is, but just to make sure, I got the phase and neutral over here wired together, and then over here I'm gonna open up the one Romex that I'm pretty sure is going over here, and I'm gonna take a continuity tester, and I'm gonna test between the phase and that neutral, and if I get a sound, then I know that's this one. But I'll go ahead and I will check the other one just in case. That way if I have 2 sounds on each one, then I know that I'm grounded over here too. So but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Everything is just coiled up in the boxes. So I got those already cut and wired together. So we'll come over here. It's going to be dark. Well, I could turn my light. It's probably still going to be dark. All right, so here's my tester right here. This is a special kind. They're all different. So I'm just gonna flip it all the way up here to where I get the setting that I want. And then if I touch these 2 together, it beeps. So I already have the hot and the neutral on that other side. I have those wired together, so when I touch the phase and neutral together with these 2 prongs, it should beep. All right, so that's the one that's going over there, but just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and check this other one too. You don't have to skin it and open it like that. I just got to touch the wires. It'll probably be easier if I skin it. Let's go ahead and skin it because I can't really get on there. All right, we'll skin these 2. All right, there's our phase and neutral. I'm gonna go ahead and touch these together. I got nothing. I got no sound. So that's telling me that this one is the one that's going over to my panel or to my other outlet. So I have no sound here. Those are wired over there, so I should have a sound on the one that I want. So that's the one that's feeding over there. So I'm gonna cut this and get it out of the way. And this is the one that stays. That's coming from our other side. So we'll come over here and go ahead and cut that out of the way. Alright, and I'm leaving this box here. I'm not taking the wood out of here to get it out. I'm just going to put the hardy backer board right up against there. What I'm doing is I'm just pushing these up against the wall where it's going to go up against my post here, and I'm just going to mark it right where the edge of my floor hardy board is at, and that's where I'm going to make my cut all the way up. Now we'll go ahead and do the other one. Hey, you should probably wear a mask when you cut that stuff. Man, does it make some nasty dust. Let's step outside. It's coming down pretty good. We got flash flood warnings out here till all the way till tomorrow. So hopefully it's not too bad, but you know, they're not always right. Hopefully they're wrong. But it's been raining for about, oh, probably 5 hours now, so. But it's a nice rain. No heavy wind or anything like that, so that's good. In my line of work, that's good. So, all right, we got that one sheet cut, and I'm just gonna let this air out a little bit before we cut that other one. So yeah, it's come along pretty good. Actually, it looks like it's settled down. Let's go ahead and cut that other piece. I decided to cut that piece outside. Otherwise you can't breathe. That stuff's probably not good for you unless you have a respirator on. And I don't have a respirator, so yeah, cut it outside. All wet now, but no dust. All right, let's take those boards, the hardy backer, and get it up on the walls. So we got the walls done, floor done. So I think it's going to come out pretty good. The stove is going to sit right here. Smokestack's going to come up, and like I said, I got to take these boards down right here and frame in for the thimble, the wall thimble to go through there. And this is going to be patio blocks, and this is going to be green steel. So yeah, coming along. That's nice. There we go. First piece, this is my 1 foot mark. So that's my one. I got this all laid out for where each block's gonna go. So I got that cut. It's gonna go in there like that. Yeah, just like that. And then the rest of them are gonna go. I have to cut these two. So we'll do that next. All right, so I got all my pieces cut. We'll see if they fit in here. Oh, I like it. I could trim that up a little bit. I think I need to trim those just a touch. Just a touch. Keep my lines the same. Yeah, trim that up and it should go. Trim that up and it should go. Yeah, just square that up and we'll be good. I got all the blocks down. Those are done. The steel is up. Had some help from my wife to do that. Got the blocks all finished and down. They're all secured and dry. And I also had my brother come over today. He gave me a hand putting in the wall thimble in. I had to pull these boards off. We had to block this in. It was quite a bit of work because I should have had that done a long time ago before I did the wood on the walls. So got the wall thimble in. All I got to do, I'm waiting for a boot. I'm waiting for a boot to come in the mail. It's a high heat resistant silicone boot, and so when I put the pipe through there, that silicone boot will go through there, and it's got like an adjustable ring that goes over that, so it'll go over the grooves of the sheet metal and secure that and make it watertight. So that's coming next week. I hope next week, Wednesday or Thursday, or maybe this week, Wednesday or Thursday. What's today's Monday? I have no idea when it's coming. Hopefully by the end of the week I'll have that, and then we can start putting that in and get the stove done. So the blocks are done, steel is up and done, the thimble's in. We had the stove and everything kind of pre-fit in here so we could get an eye on where that thimble was going to go. So we're going to go ahead, since I got all these blocks in, we're going to grout those in there. So let's get that done. All right, so that's it. I got the tile installed. That's grouted. I'm gonna wait for that to set up a little bit, and then I'll give it a final brush, um, and that's it. So it'll probably be a week or two. I'm waiting for some stuff to come in the mail, as far as the high heat temp boot for the flue where it goes out. But we got that boxed in. The wall thimbles in. I'm super excited. It's starting to come together pretty good. Still waiting for the wood to dry out a little bit as far as my stacks over here for getting it back up on the ceiling. All my wall boards and everything are dry. That's all good. Insulation's dry. I'm very pleased with that. I'm happy and excited that this thing might be getting done here pretty soon. But yeah, so that's it. I'm going to call it quits for this video. And so the next video will be putting the stove in, running the flue out, putting that the high temp heat boot on there to keep the moisture or the rain and all that stuff out. And we're going to start a fire in this bad boy and see if she warms it up. So that's it. I hope you guys liked the video. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave me a comment. You know, I don't have a lot of comments, but I try and get to them when I see them. So yeah, that's it. Like it, subscribe it. Hope you guys all stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you on the next go round. We'll get some more work done. Thanks a lot.